Alright, so today we talk about CC 200, how to make applet, right? Chapter 1.3. So let's look at sample code. Right? Public class, this is just the name of the class. And what's the difference between what you have seen before? So if I open the code that we used to do, when we write a program, right, in Java, we pretty much just going to say, let me use the Notepad++ to write it. You can use any editors, right? It's just a language. Okay, I use Notepad. I use IntelliJ. Now I'm going to use Notepad++. All right, so you said public class and the name of the class. And then we open curly braces and close curly braces. That's it, right? But in Applet, you don't do that. In Applet, what do we do? We have the word extends and followed by the applet class. So how do you know that applet is a class? Can anyone tell what is the rule to name the class? Class name always capitalized, first letter. So that's why this is a class, right? And this is just a new class, right? That you try to create named main. So what is extends? That you pretty much learn the new keyword again. Yeah, it's inheritance. Okay. So at this point, if I want to turn a class to be an applet, I just inherit by using the keyword extends applet. So now hello turns to be an applet. Okay. Now when you use applet, like before, if you don't use applet, we do public static void main as the main method, right? But when you use applet, the method changed the name to paint and non-static, which is public, no statics keyword, and then void and paint. Okay, now the argument is also different. Before you were using a string brackets args, right? Now it's going to be graphics G because they're looking at you try to paint something, okay, on the canvas. So let's say, for example, I want to write applet and just say public void paint instead of public static void. I mean public static void main string args. I'm going to do graphics G. All right, so this is my method. I open and close the method with curly braces. So now we want to draw like hello world, right, to the canvas. Like I said, the canvas applet is just like a graphic user interface like that you see in Windows. So we want to draw something onto it. So we just call graphics G, right? The instance name is G. So it says G, and same you normally do like system.out.print, right? So now this one is pretty much just draw because we try to draw. So what type of data you draw? We're gonna draw a string. So we can just draw hello world. Okay. All right, so let's try to see if we can run this. Okay. So this is the same thing. We need to save it as .java file. Okay, so let me create a folder for it. All right, so this is gonna be same. We want to make sure it's Java. Since I'm using Notepad++, so there are many types here, right? So we can just switch to all types, and then the file name should be hello.java. So it becomes a Java file now. So same thing now, we need to go to console, recompile this. So we're gonna go to desktop and Java C hello.java. So if there's no errors, it's going to create hello.class. So there's an error. Of course, there's an error. So now when we find this error, how do we fix this? We see cannot find symbol applet. All right. Remember we were talking about scanner. When you use scanner, you're required to import, right? And the reason we have to import because scanner is not resizing in the java.lang. If you remember, I taught you about java.doc and package where it's resizing. I said all the classes that resize in java.lang you don't need to import, such as system, right? Now applet, we need to know where applet is resizing, like in what package. Again, package is just a folder, right? How do we know that? That's why we have java.doc. Right, Java.doc is just explain one thing is the location of that class. How do we find Java.doc for applet? Applet Java.doc. You can just Google, and this is a Java.doc for applet. It looks like just Java.doc that I taught you, right? How to create your own Java.doc. Like every time when you create a class, you're supposed to make a comment and generate your Java.doc. Then somebody else using it know how to use it. Just like now, someone create applet. I try to use applet. That's why I refer to java.doc. Now java.doc said applet is in this package java.applet, meaning that I need to import, right, to fix this error. So go to the import, which is the beginning of your file, and java dot exactly the package, right, dot applet, and followed by the class itself, the name of the class applet. The package is Java Applet, and then the class name applet with uppercase A. Alright, so it looks like applet is imported. Now, if you look at the errors, it's also mentioned about graphics, right? We also need to import graphics, correct? Do you know the package for graphics? Nope. So how do we find out? Java.doc, right? So we just type graphics java.doc. Now you see that when you write a program, you use Google all the time, because it's just a place to store all the documents. And we always have to refer to the document when you write a program, right? Java.awt and graphics. Unless you remember all the packages already. Alright, so it looks like we have fixed these two issues because it said two errors, right? Graphics issue and applet, and we import them. Then it should not show cannot find symbol.
In the import for the Java Applet and Java graphics, did you put a semicolon at the end of both import lines?
Yes, I put semicolon for each statement. Yes. Now let's recompile this. Alright, so another error is no suitable method found for drawstring. You guys know what's the problem here? So this mean there's no such method named Drawstring that take one argument. How do we know? How do we use? Where do we go? Java doc for which one? Graphics is a class. The class has a method named Drawstring, right? Because we make an object from that class named G, and that G acts as the method. Just like when you do scanner, you create an object sc, and then you say sc.next, right? If you remember when you do scanner, you say scanner sc equals to new scanner system.in, right? You just create an object named sc, which is an object of scanner class. So the concept is this. In object-oriented programming, like Java, when we create a class is just like a template or a place where you can create another object from the class, and you can access all the methods that the class have. Okay, so like this case, the class name is graphics, right? If you look at Java for graphics, they're gonna have the summary for the method. Here, method summary. And if you scroll down, they have Drawstring that we try to use. They have many draw image, draw line, Drawstring right there. And Drawstring requires you to pass 3 parameters. Okay. Let's show you the definition. Draws the text given by the specified string, which is here. Like what text you can say hello world is going to draw. Using this graphic graphic context, current font and color. So what happened to x and y? If you want to read further, you click on the method. It's going to talk about x is the coordinates and y is the coordinates. So meaning that the baseline of the leftmost character is at position x and y in the graphics. So we draw something on the screen like this. So you know, screen at the top left corner, this is 0 and 0 coordinate. And if you keep going, it's just increasing by x, right? If you go down, it's increasing by y. That's what it means. So it depends on your screen resolution setup, like 600 by 700 or 1200 by whatever that you set up. If you want it to draw in the center, you pretty much just divide that resolution in half and put that x and y location. So that means we try to draw the text and we can specify location where you want to show on your display screen. So that's why this is an error, because I did not specify location where I want to draw it. If I want to draw in the top left corner, then 0, 0, right? So let's try. This is just compiling. This is just a node, so there's no more errors. So let's check. When I do the error, it should create .class. There you go. Right. So how do we run this? We no longer use Java. We use Java for non-applet program, right? So this is non-applets. This is applet. Then we use applet viewer. So if you remember when you download JDK, the location we have is under C, right? Program files in Java. And inside that folder we have the JDK and bin. So inside the bin you have Java, Java C, right? And you have applet viewer. So for applet, you're gonna use applet viewer. And the name that you want to view, right? Applet viewer. But it's not exactly the name like that, because this is a class that will embed into a web page, and the web page is HTML. So you need to create an HTML file and embed this class into that HTML file. Okay. So an HTML file is very simple. You just use the HTML inside the angle brackets. This is like you open an HTML like with a slash in front. This is you closed, like when you open curly braces, close curly braces, something like that. But this is an HTML code. So HTML code is pretty much a web page code. Like I can say hello applet, and I'm done with the HTML. So I save this file. I will save it as hello.html. Make sure you switch to all types. So this become an HTML page. That's done, HTML page, but it's not embedded the code for applet yet. But let me show you how the page look like. So we go to HTML. You can open with any type of browser like Chrome, Firefox, and that's the page, hello applet, right? So that's just basic web page, which is you can type anything that's surrounding with HTML. That's it. Now we want to embed the hello.class, which is a Java object, into this page, right? So to embed that, you have to, that's a syntax. This is a syntax, right? You see it has HTML. And HTML itself, normally they have section called head section and body section. Okay. Like a good HTML should have head and body. Like now I just make it quick so I don't have head and body. Like technically I could just add another tag, say body, but the syntax for standard HTML is not required. But for the new HTML, it start to say, yeah, you should include it. They call HTML5 to make syntax like more richer. So now I have the text hello applet, right? So the key is this guy. This is applet tag. We call tag here, right? HTML tag, head tag, body tag. Applet tag is going to embed the Java code. Code equals to class. Okay. So what do? I'm pretty much just going to embed with applet and then code equals to. So my class name is hello.class. So let's just, this is like closing the tag in one line, just like you do in to separate line like that. So this is all HTML code. So now I have just created that file. So if I dir, I'll see that 3 files so far. I'm going to do applet viewer with hello.html. Okay, it's a applet tag requires code attributes. So I think I put spelling wrong. I put COD, right? So that's why there's a problem. I have to say COD code. Say code. So this is the applet tag, and this is called an attribute. Okay. So it's also required a width attribute. So it's want to me to set like the size, like width and height. So width, let's say 100, height 100. I just made a rectangle. Applet API and Applet Viewer are deprecated. Like I said, it's just something that used to be very popular. Now it's deprecated. People are not really using it. Okay, but I just try to show you. We can write Java code to embed on the web. Alright, so let's see if it's going to show. Let me just try to open with. Right, so I just checking the syntax, right, to run Applet Viewer, because when I type it keep depreciating. Maybe deprecated. Not sure because we use 1.9, right? So I'm not sure if 1.9 is still supporting it. So let me try with. I'm going to use IntelliJ, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new Java project. Okay, and let's test with 1.8 first. And this is going to be Java Applet project. And then we're going to pretty much just use this code that we just created. This is, I want this simple Java project. Let me reopen this. This is it's happened to create a JavaFX project. I want just Java, not JavaFX. Alright, my first applet. Okay, so we're going to create a new applet now. Alright, right click on the source folder, create a new Java class. So it's called hello. Okay, just paste the code. We're going to run it. Again, this is an applet, right? Okay, so it's open up the Applet Viewer. Hello. Now we want to see where the text go. The problem is we put in 00. It's probably be hidden right at the top left underneath the title. I like below. So we're gonna increasing the location that is gonna show. Alright, so let's run it again. So by using IntelliJ, you pretty much just don't have to worry about using applet viewer word, so it's draw right there. It's pretty much just configured for you, but by using CMD, you have to type applet viewer, right, to run it. But we were not seeing it is showing. It could be if I set path to JDK 1.8, it may fix that problem because it deprecated. This is 1.9. Okay, we look into that. All right, so I could try to do set path again, right? Let's see if I can set to JDK 1.8. Bin. So we want to manually set it on a console bin. So when I type path, it pretty much just show all the path that I set. Set path equals to, and we've been talking about this. Now I'm going to do Java C hello.java and use applet viewer. So we no longer see deprecated because it's different, right? It's not 1.9. But let's see, how do we open it? Applet viewer, hello. So when I run applet viewer, it's supposed to do the same, like when I run with the IntelliJ here. It's supposed to pop up and create the applet viewer windows and show the context in there. Even I do it through the CMD here. Okay. Let me see. So it said applet viewer followed by .html, which we have that. So let me try to, right, so we say, let's check if we have hello.html and we embedded code already. Let's check the code. So this is the HTML code. We use applet, right? Body applet. Hello dot class. So let me do the absolute path then. Because if I put in the same folder, it should be picking up that hello.class. And if I do absolute path, that means I just do the slash and everything to make it pick up. So now I save the file.
Let's just try to see if I open with browser. Let's use IE for now. Okay, so it was loading hello, right? And now it's trying to load the contents. Hello Applet here. Allow. See, there's this contents that wishes an applet is blocked because see, it's trying to put it around there, the location. Actually, it may be because of the location we put. We put 100, right? There you go. So it's trying to embed that applet. And the size 100 by 100. That's it. It's trying to block it. Unless you allow, your browser must allow it to show, which is you have to go through all the settings and around the applet to show. Let's go show. Okay. Most of the time when you go to visit websites that use Applet, you're going to see something like that. Because your browsers tend to protect secure. Because if you think about Applet, it's pretty much just a Java code. So anyone that can write the Java pretty much can create a virus on your machine. When you visit the page, you just got it right away by just visiting. So that's why browser just put layer of security to block it. And that's the reason why it's no longer popular that people don't want to use that. Alright, so that's pretty much an Applet. So to view it, like I said, it's easier just to put IntelliJ and run it, then you see the result. Now this is just the method to draw a string, right, with the location you specified. The string that you see is just an image. So by looking through the Java.off graphics, you see that you can do more than just draw a simple string. Right, you can draw a polygon, draw a polyline, draw an arc to fill an oval, or draw an oval. So the difference between draw oval, this is unfilled and oval, but filled oval is just like filled oval. It's your draw and fill it for you. Like for example, if I want to draw a filled oval, so how do you use the method from the graphics? You go to object name G, just like when you use scan as C, right? And you use dot. And then we say we want to draw a fill oval. You just call the method fill oval. Now you just need to specify the parameter, right, for this. And these are the parameters from Java. Is the x, y, width, and height. X, y are the same thing. It's just the coordinates where you want to show, right, location on the screen, and the width and height of an oval. So when you look at this, it look at. Let me draw a picture for you. So when you draw an oval, right, this is an oval. So width, in this case, is looking at, this is the width of an oval. And height is going to look at, this is the height of an oval. Okay. So if you want a bigger oval, just increase the height. It's always starting from this location, not in the middle. Okay. So we're going to draw oval. So we have to specify coordinates x and y. Let's say at 500, 500. We can specify the size now. Let's say 100 width, 50 height. So what happens if that equals? They will become a circle. Okay. I think oval is 1L, right? Alright, so we do the same. We can run this and try to see if, there you go, an oval. It's at the bottom because I put 500, 500, right? So if I just make it 150, 50, we should be able to see this without maximizing the Applet viewer page. There you go, right? So now you should be able to create and draw pictures, because picture pretty much composes of all the geometric, right? Like circle, square, like two circle make an eyes, one filled circle, another unfilled oval, right? Like if I want to draw something. But you just need to know the location. That's the most important thing. So if I just draw oval, it's not going to be a filled oval. And then what you're going to do for your class exercise today is, you see, that's how we draw. You're going to draw a tic-tac-toe, okay? A tic-tac-toe. Everybody know tic-tac-toe, correct? Alright. So what I'm looking for is pretty much just, you're going to draw an image that looks like, let me draw it down. A tic-tac-toe like grids, right, on the table. You're gonna draw this, which technically you're gonna use G dot what? Draw a line, right? So it's graphics. Under graphic they have draw. Like you can search for line. Draw. So let's see if we have draw line. Yeah, draw the draw a line. See that? So you need to draw like two vertical lines, two horizontal lines that overlap each other. And then you're going to draw ovals, right? Or you can actually draw string O and X. Right, that's another way. You don't need to draw oval, you can just draw string XO, XO, right? And then you draw another like diagonal line to show that who's the winner. That's pretty much your class exercise for 1.3 using Applet. And you can see, you can use IntelliJ to help to make it easier to run Applet everywhere. Okay. Alright, let's read the requirements, but that's pretty much what I wanted to do for this class. Like I said, every assignment you should do both. Right.